Hello, everyone. We are here with Trenton Davis, one half of the Tighten Up Tuesday winners. So, why did you decide to participate in Tighten Up Tuesday this past week?
I was just wearing my Chorale Festival clothing, and I just decided to wear it all day because I just wanted to rep, chorale.
Okay. So, who's your style inspiration?
Some of the guys in chorale look really good in the suit, so I just wanted to look like them.
They are fancy dudes.
They very much are.
Fancy dudes. Okay, so since you're part of the Fancy Dude Club, rate my style on a 1 to 10 scale.
The shoes are really nice.
Oh, yes, they are.
I like the pants, and then they really match the red and black shirt. I'd say 8.
An 8? I take that. Should be 9 at least, but I take it. Thank you, Trenton. I am here with Michael Gray, the other half of the Tighten Up Tuesday winners. So, why did you decide to participate in Tighten Up Tuesday?
Well, I was doing laundry that night, and I saw that a nice outfit was dirty, so I figured, I'll wash it and wear it tomorrow.
What was that outfit?
It was all black with burgundy suspenders, a bow tie, and aviators.
Aviators.
I didn't wash the aviators. I didn't wash those.
Yeah, dirty aviators is the way to go. So, who's your style inspiration?
Probably my dad. He wears stuff like that a lot.
That's good. So, since you're a fancy dude, can you rate my style on a 1 to 10 scale?
Well, you got the Vans shirt,
Yes.
so I'd say 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10. 7. That's okay. That's okay. Thank you, though, and congratulations.
Do you ever not like how something looks? Yeah! You ever want to add a little pizzazz to your wardrobe? Yeah! Do you ever want a new clothing item without actually spending money? Yeah! Then, do it yourself. What? You heard me. Do it yourself. Well, that's kind of rude. Clothing! Things we wear on the outside of our bodies to express ourselves. A thing a lot of people want to get when they get money. But what do you do when Granny gets you that not so great pair of jeans and that slightly homely looking shirt? Or you go to a thrift store and you see something that could almost be cool, but not quite. You just gotta do it yourself. DIY. Some people call it upcycling. Whatever suits your fancy. Now, if you've never done this before in your life, I'm here to bring you some tips and tricks to make you a DIY extraordinaire. But Catherine, how do we know you're experienced on this subject? Well, I'm glad you asked. Here's some of my DIY projects.
Come on, babe, why don't we paint the town? I know that jazz I'm gonna...
Plus, I do costumes for the plays and the musicals, so I kind of know what I'm doing. I don't know. Painting! The big thing about painting on clothing is you should use a fabric paint. But if you don't have that, that's okay. When using acrylic paint on fabric, you must heat seal it with an iron, or all of your work will come out in the wash. But do not heat seal it on the side of the painting. Flip it inside out and iron on the side. When painting with acrylic on something other than fabric, you must seal it with Mod Podge, or another sealing thing. If you worry about messing up your design, make sure to sketch it out first with a piece of chalk, white color pencil, or fabric marking pencil. Use a small paintbrush and use small strokes to get the general design first, then layer the paint and use tape to get crispy lines. Sewing! Whilst embroidering, make sure that you use a non-stretchy fabric and sketch your design again with chalk or etc. Now, you don't want to use any old thread because regular thread is far too thin and you'll be there for a pretty long time. So just head over to Michael's or Joann's and get yourself some embroidery thread in your colors that you need. It's pretty cheap, don't worry about it, and don't forget to get an embroidery hoop. An embroidery hoop tightens the surface tension of the fabric and allows you to make a design without creasing it. Get yourself a needle with a big eye and you can thread it 2 ways. This way or that way. And yeah, that's pretty much all the tips I have. Go nuts!
Do you like magic? Do you like blowing people up in video games? Do you have a PS4? Then do I have the game for you. Spellbreak is a new-ish battle royale game that's coming to PS4. The closed alpha was put up on Epic Games Store February 12th of 2019, and it's releasing on PS4 Tuesday, March 3rd, probably. That's what it said on the PlayStation Store. Officially, Proletariat Incorporated has said it's coming out early 2020, so there's a good chance it will be on March 3rd, but it's not 100%. The game is like a traditional battle royale, but it's smaller. Each game will have up to 42 players per match, and they'll all be dropped into the HoloLands, which is the arena the game is placed in. There'll be solos, duos, squads, and also TDM. The basic gameplay is collecting different items and fighting other players, but the most important items are the gauntlets. The gauntlets come in 6 different elements and 5 different rarities. The elements are fire, frost, toxic, wind, stone, and lightning. As the gauntlets go up in rarity, they go up in damage, and they go down in mana cost. Mana is like your ammunition in this game. You use it to power your gauntlets, but it will recharge over time. All of the elements do different things. You have 2 hands in the game, so you can use 2 different gauntlets at the same time. You can combine your elements in different ways, like setting a toxic cloud on fire, or freezing a boulder. The gameplay is very aggressive in this game. When you're not moving or looting, you'll be fighting. The fighting in this game mostly consists of chucking spells at each other and jumping around all over the place. There are also support items that help you out in combat, like runes that can do anything from let you fly to turn you invisible, and amulets that give you more mana. Spellbreak is currently in a closed beta, so if you want to play, you'll have to buy a pass. This is the only way to play on PS4, but it's also available on PC. All you have to do is get an access key on their website and download the game off Epic Games Store. Being in closed beta does mean that the game is still under development. There will be updates to the game to keep it balanced and to fix issues, but there will be feedback opportunities to help the creators know what they should fix in their game. Overall, I think the game will be fun to play and I'm excited to try it out. The unique gameplay elements and the aggressive gameplay style look like a nice change of pace from what a lot of the current Battle Royale games have to offer. I'm gonna try it out, and I hope you guys will consider giving it a try as well.
Football! Football is our most visited game by both parents and kids. There's JV football, which stands for junior varsity, and then we have varsity. Varsity tends to be for players who are more experienced, while JV tends to be for kids who are just starting out or trying to achieve a higher performance. After our 2019 season ended, some of our JV players moved up to varsity. I wish to congratulate the sophomores who are moving up to varsity. Cameron Bright, Corey Bronson, Ernest Boykin, Clinton Dillard, Devell Dixon, Trevor Ennis, Jared Fink, Callum Fudlin, Callahan Fry, Noah Gill, Cody Hooper, Sean Jackson, Justin Payne, Toby Somerville, Marcus Stone, Tim Seipel, and Caden Taeschner. Let's go see what some of them have to say. How do you feel about being moved up to varsity?
I mean, it's a cool experience, time for me to work hard with my group of guys.
Since you're being moved up, do you plan on keeping the same number position?
I mean, I'm thinking about a new number, but I'm thinking about still playing wide receiver.
What's some advice you can give to the JV team?
Work hard, stay committed, and just be great.
How do you feel about being moved up to varsity?
Kind of excited, work with the team, try my best, you know.
Do you plan on keeping the same number and or position?
Yes, I'm a center. I'm number 57. I plan on keeping the same number and position.
What's some advice you can give to the JV team?
Just work hard, try your best, and never give up.
How do you feel about being moved up to varsity?
Pretty confident. I think we'll do pretty good next year.
Do you plan on keeping your same number and position?
Yes, I would like to keep 33 and play a wide receiver.
Who do you think is going to lead the team next year in JV?
Andre Chapman, and that's because he's in the weight room every day. He's been in the weight room every day since he was in 7th grade, and I think he is a good leader.
How do you feel about being moved up to varsity?
It's pretty cool. Next year we're gonna win championships though.
Corey, do you plan on keeping the same number and position?
I want to change my position to something a little bit cooler, but I'm gonna keep 75 since that's the year my mom was born.
Corey, who do you think's going to lead the JV team?
TJ, he's our last big man left, unless these new freshmen bring somebody big, so he'll carry the team.
So, what happens when you take the movie Groundhog Day, set it in space, and make it a video game? You get the Outer Wilds. You start off as a new explorer for your small civilization. As you're making your way out to your ship, this weird-looking statue you pass turns to you, and the memories of the past few minutes flash before your eyes. It's weird, but you carry on, and you get in your ship and lift off. You aren't given any direction as to what you should be doing next. You can explore the star system your planet resides in. Everything is scaled down, so travel times are nearly non-existent. And there's a lot of variety in the planets you'll encounter. From 2 planets that have a sand connection to a gas giant with some interesting weather conditions. After some time exploring now, you'll notice the sun looks a bit different. And a few more minutes go by and it'll go supernova and kill you. And then you're back where you started with all the info from your previous life to carry on your journey into this mystery. Now, there's a lot more to this game than what I've explained here, and I highly recommend this game to anyone looking for something fun, but different than everything else in the game market. I'd give it a solid 8.5 out of 10 for its solid gameplay mechanics and fun story.
Anymore these days, it is less likely that we get 2 boxers in the ring in their prime for a marquee matchup, but this has not been the case with Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. In December of 2018, Tyson Fury took on Deontay Wilder for the first time. Although many people believe Tyson Fury should have won, considering he outlanded Wilder 9 out of the 12 rounds, the fight resulted in a tie. Never mind that, because these 2 top-tier talents battled it out again in the ring in February 22nd. Both Fury and Wilder had very interesting ring entrances. Fury was carried out while sitting on a throne wearing a crown. Wilder, on the other hand, wore a 40-pound bodysuit that was worn to celebrate Black History Month. Fury proved himself to be a better boxer from the beginning. Wilder's corner team threw in the towel in the 7th round, giving Fury the 7th round TKO, handing Wilder his first loss and naming Tyson Fury the heavyweight title holder. Wilder went on to blame his loss on the 40-pound costume for the tiring his legs, even though this isn't the first time he has worn a unique costume in his ring entrance. With that being said, Wilder announced he will be using a clause in the contract that calls for a 3rd fight this summer with no fights in between. We can only imagine how thrilling round 3 of Fury versus Wilder will be.
The debate for whether or not college athletes should be able to profit off their image and likeness has been kicked around for years, but recently California gave them the opportunity to benefit from the use of their name, image, and likeness in a manner consistent with the collegiate model. The NCAA restated its opposition to a state law in California that will permit college athletes to sign sponsorship deals, charge for autographs, and earn money through other similar opportunities beginning in 2023. What will that mean for California schools? Will they only play other California schools? Recently, lawmakers in more than 10 states have expressed interest in bills similar to the one passed in California and at the federal level. Mark Walker has proposed legislation that would allow college athletes to earn money through name, image, and likeness deals, and Senator Mitt Romney has expressed support. These would be the 10 ways college athletes could profit off their name if these bills are to pass. Cost of attendance, Pell Grants, pro money in a different sport, bowl gifts / postseason awards, free injury insurance, prize money based on performance, money for training, international competition, student assistance fund, outside employment, but they rarely have time to do so, self-employment, and NCAA covers a lot of student-athlete expenses, but should also pay their athletes as well. I'm not quite sure how this would work, because there's too many details to go into, and that would make this segment way too long. NCAA pushes the student-first, athlete-second idea. This is great because knowledge is power, but in America, so is having money.
And they're going to be drawing a dog. 15 seconds. Ready? Go. And stop. Show it to the camera.
Yours is better than mine.
Who's the winner? Yeah, I think she
She's the
wins.
winner.
Yours is more like a lizard.
I know.
To draw the Patuxent Panther.
I
Got it?
like a monkey, man. This
Ready?
is terrible.
Set, go.
Okay. There we go.
And stop. Boom. That's a turtle. That's a turtle.
That's a cat right there. That's a turtle.
I don't even know what this is. All right, you got 15 seconds to draw Starry Night. Set, go. Some real artists right here.
I love you. It's the Starry Night, if you couldn't tell.
I think Caleb wins. Sorry, Cam. Set, go.
Squinty eyes. Just the squinty
Stop.
Let's see him.
You said that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I think he's got you beat. The hair is beating you.
But mine's not even. Look at the hair.
You got 15 seconds to draw a squirrel. Ready, go. How do they eat nuts? Stop.
Let's see him.
What? Why is yours is just like a ball of fat? Jasmine wins.
What's the
Draw the bunny.
What's the time limit here?
All right, you ready?
No.
Set, go.
Time.
And stop.
Hold him up.
Neither of you came close to drawing what this bunny looks like.
It's pretty good. You guys drew your own bunny.
Mine's you just like drew a bunny. You didn't even draw the
With Pennies for Patience Month and the Gene Drive ending this week, I thought it'd be a good idea to ask the teachers and students involved with those fundraisers why they think community service is important and how it affects our community as a whole.
So what is TAM and why is community service important to TAM?
So TAM is the Teacher Academy of Maryland, and it's training students that are interested in being teachers when they get out of high school. And being that it's teachers, and teachers are typically very connected to the community and doing things outside of the classroom, I thought it was a great experience for these future teachers to start getting involved with the community now and do something a little bit outside of the classroom norm.
How did you find out about the Gene Drive?
So it's through an organization called DoSomething.org, and they do community things where they either gather things for people in need, or they try to get community involvement through the high schools, through schools. And I used to do it in West Virginia when I taught there, and it was very successful, so I wanted to bring it here.
And why is community service important to you specifically?
Teaching is all about the community and community involvement, so I want to make sure that our reach is beyond the classroom, and not just my reach, but the students' reach is also.
Thank you. Why is public service important to you individually?
Helping your community impacts us all, and it makes it better.
Thank you. So why is community service important to you?
Community service is important because I've always been given to, like, people helped me in the past, and so I just want to give back to the community.
Thank you.
Because it helps others, and we can push other people to make the world a better place.
Thank you. Why is community service important to SGA?
It's really kind of the foundation of our organization. We serve both the school and the school community, and our success is based on what we do for others in school and the school community. It's part of our service.
Okay, and why is community service important to you as a teacher?
Well, I teach social studies, so that's all about what we do for the community and what your place in the community is. I feel like as a social studies teacher, it's my obligation to help students find their place in the community and a way to improve it.
Thank you.